Hi beautiful people, welcome back to the garden. I'm Naomi, your newbie gardener here, gardening in zone 7A, St. Louis, Missouri. And it is a sad day in my garden today. Let me show you why. We started the video with you on looking at my knockouts. These are the champion knockouts that I have just sang songs about since you met me last year. They are the joy in my garden, right? They are the bones of my garden. They keep my garden happy, they keep me happy. All right, but this season I have noticed yet again signs of what I believe to be. Oh, look at this! Oh, look at this spider web. Do you see it? See a little spider floating in thin air? I can't stand them. Little things. All right, I'm sorry about that. But I'm seeing what I believe to be signs of rose rosette yet again in the garden, and it's on my knockouts. This is one such branch. All right, and here is another that just is just really screaming witch's broom sort of a thing. Okay, the growth is turning green, but it's not as the rose should be. All right, so I'm not sure if you could have heard me because I held the camera away from me right there. The growth is turning green, but the growth does not look the way it should. Let me take you around here to the back real quick. All right, taking you into the back garden. Let me show you this really quickly. All right, so this is champion knockout number 3. This one's okay. I think we had some serious wind and storms yesterday, so canes are leaning where they're not supposed to be leaning, right? Things are going where they're not supposed to be going, but no signs of unusual growth on this one. All right, that's number 3. All right, and here is number 4. Number 4 is showing that unusual growth. Look at this. That growth, it screams rose rosette. All right, and this one has it in more places than the other two, than the first one did. She has several more branches. There's one here, there's one there. Yeah, and this one is really pronounced. And there's this one right here. All right, so I noticed it on Saturday. Today's Monday. I kind of doubted myself and decided to just give it a watcher for a day or two. And I'm realizing that it is what it is, right? It is rose rosette. Now, my roses are planted in pairs. You have this one here that flanks the patio. There's one to the right, one to the left. If I remove this one, then naturally I'm going to have to remove the other one, right? And just it is the same look for the first rose that I showed you. There are 2 in that bed, one at either end. One removed means that the other one's going to have to be removed as well. All right, now this is something I don't want to do in my life. My knockout roses are the foundation of my garden. They are, when you have a bad day, you just need a moment of peace, just a second to breathe. I would open my windows and I would look out at my knockouts, and they would be blooming red and beautiful, and their color would just warm me and comfort me, right? These are also the first roses that I planted in my garden. So there's a lot of sentimental attachment going on here, right? So removing them is it's a really difficult thing for me to do. This one hurts my heart. Kid you not. This one makes me say, I don't think I want to plant roses anymore, because this one hurts my heart a lot. Oh, what are we looking at? What are you seeing? Oh, you're seeing a cane, another cane down from Elizabeth. Lots of, like I said, lots of wind yesterday. I'll come in and get this one tied up here before it breaks, because she does have a lot of flower buds on there. All right. I don't know, people. Talking to you about things and looking at my garden in the meantime. Look at this. This rose in the back, Sally Holmes. Something's going on in my garden, people. Something was sprayed and has damaged my rose. I kid you not. And I am not spraying in my garden. Plus, the spray happened from the other side, not on this side, right? I don't know. I'm going to try to take you in close to her. The ground is wet because of all the rain. Let me stand here. Do you see how burned her petals are and her leaves? I kid you not. Something was sprayed on my roses. And it's making me feel just so I'm a little bit frustrated this morning, probably because of what I'm dealing with the roses. Yeah? Sure. This is not a good season for my garden at all. Oh, alright. So, we just removed Munstead wood, right? We removed Munstead wood a couple of weeks ago. And now we're going to have to remove a couple other roses from the garden. I will do it because it's a responsible thing to do. There are other gardeners here that have their roses, they're planting up their gardens, and I do not want anything from my garden to negatively impact anyone else. That would be mean, right? So I'll go ahead and remove the knockouts, and then we'll figure out what we want to put in the place, or in what we want to put in their place. Let me see. We're going to have to get some cleaning up done. We are going to stabilize these roses. Our canes are falling everywhere. I will immediately go ahead and remove those that have shown signs of the rose rosette disease, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with the other two. In terms of Sally Holmes and what was sprayed on her, I don't know what that is. I'll go ahead and just cut her back, and I may end up taking that rose out of that spot anyway. So it's probably just going to be a day of changes, right? A day of changes because of where I am in terms of my emotional state at the moment. My garden is my place of therapy. My garden is my love zone. My garden is my happy place. And when things do not go right in the garden, it really takes a toll on me. Yeah. Let's see if we can look at something pretty. Come here. Let's look at this. I know I showed you a few days ago, right? The incredible hydrangeas. Look at this. I got white going on here. Oh, this one is doing so well. I'm waiting for the others to grow up, but I'm encouraged by the fact that they are growing. And the never mind all the grass, but the vinca annuals are also growing in nicely. The white ones more so than the salmon color ones. What I will have to do though is that this bed is covered in weeds, and the hotter it gets, the more the weeds are going to take over. I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and take out these vinca annuals, remove them. I'm going to do a whole new sheet of cardboard, right? Whole new sheet mulching in this area. Drop some mulch down and see if I can just suppress those weeds a bit, because I don't think it's going to be something happy that I want to deal with in the garden this year. And for the annuals, we'll go ahead and transplant them somewhere else, in containers or somewhere, right, where they'll still be in the garden, but just not right here in this particular space. All right. And this is a verbena that I had deadheaded. Do you remember it was flushed out a couple weeks ago? I deadheaded this beauty, and the awesome thing is, look, she is immediately rebounding with buds, ready to send out new blooms. Isn't that just absolutely fascinating? I really do love that. And the purple, I forgot her name now, this is a Supertunia Vista purple. It's purple something. But it's growing well too, growing in and filling out nicely. Yeah. All right, so let's go. Oh, there's a new bloom from Eden. I think I see a fresh new bloom from her. All right. Once I start working, oh no, it's not a new bloom, it's an older bloom. Once I start working on the roses, I'll not be, in terms of the knockouts, I'll not be coming into the garden. But yeah, they're my knockouts again, people. The love of my life are my knockout roses. Man, they are the center of my garden, I kid you not. And I cannot, what makes this hard too is that I've not been able to find this variety anywhere else. I've not been able to find it since I got them when we started the garden, 3+ years ago. I have searched for them ever since, and I have never been able to find them. This makes me sad. This is a hard one, people. Alright, let me take a photo of my babies so that I have some memories. And let's do what a responsible gardener would do, which is yeah, remove the plants and maintain a healthy garden. All right. Right, so here we are at the first one again. This is the one that sits on, I didn't affectionately name this area, right? It sits right across the driveway. Okay, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to take this one out very quickly, and then we will do the other in the back. The two that are healthy, I'll let them stay until tomorrow. All right, okay. So this is what we're looking like. I have cut down the two knockoff roses that looked like they had the rosette. I've not been able to take the stumps out of the ground just as yet. I brought them as low as I could today. I'm going to come back in tomorrow. I don't know if you just saw that we just had a shower of rain, so the ground is really wet and soggy right now. So we'll give the ground a bit of a time to dry out. I'll come in tomorrow, and then from tomorrow I'll try digging around and take out as much of the stump and the roots as possible. All right, that means that we're going to have a really big empty space here, but that's something that we will address perhaps later in the week in terms of what we want to do with it or what we should do with it. All right, we also have to consider the other two knockouts I have not removed, those that have not shown any signs of rose rosette yet. And I do know that earlier in the video I mentioned the idea of propagating. Strike that, people. That would not be a very smart thing to do. I'm going to act on the premise that, hey, every rose in my garden has rose rosette, right? I'm going to view it that way. And so you don't want to propagate a sick rose, because then you'll just keep the disease going and going and going. All right, so no propagating of the roses. But okay, everything's packed away in brown bags to be taken to the dump, and we will work on the stumps tomorrow. So I'll go ahead and we'll end the video here today. I will try to post this tonight, just so that I could get, I mean, I think we've seen it enough to know what it is, right? But just to get a second opinion, all right, if you agree with me that yes, this is what this is truly is indeed rose rosette, right? Although I've already cut back the roses, I do have the stumps there. So if I were wrong, they could grow back. If someone says, Naomi, stop it. All right, which is unlikely. So the plan of action is that tomorrow, if I'm unable to get in the garden tomorrow, maybe the day after, we'll come in and we will remove the stumps, as many roots as possible. And then we will reset and try to figure out what we want to do with the space. All right. Okay, so I'll end the video here. Thank you so much for having joined me for yet another day in the garden. You are all absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.